Well, I've recently completed my outdoor seating, as you can see, and the next part of the build is to make a couple of footstools. Now, I have already made one footstool, as you can see here, so it's a case of, oh, here's one I made earlier. But what I'm going to do is show you exactly how I made it. Hey, what's up guys? Yes, it's your main man JB, and I've got some pallet wood here to make another one of those footstools. Now, as you can imagine, I did use a lot of timber and pallet wood to make the sofa and that first footstool so far, which did leave me a little bit short of pallet wood, particularly this kind of 3x2 type stuff. So when I make this footstool, I am going to use just a tiny little bit of treated 3x2. Now I needed an overall height of 380. So what I did, I just put the three pieces together and measured it and marked it on the leg where I needed to cut it. Now look, I'm just a little bit fussy, and the pieces of pallet wood I'm using for the legs have got this big groove in here. Well, three of them have anyway. So what I'm going to do is run them through the table saw just to take these bits off, which should make it roughly the same thickness as this bit, but then this bit is a lot wider. So I'm going to just trim that a little bit as well. It really doesn't matter though, if you haven't got a table saw, just leave them as they are, because it's not going to be a problem at all. But I'm just a bit fussy. Fantastic. So here are my four legs. They're quite similar. They're not exactly the same because it's pallet wood at the end of the day. But they are all exactly the same height, which is the most important thing. And over here, I've got my two pieces of treated CLS 3x2, and basically what I'll be doing with these is making this part of the frame. What I needed to do was to make sure the length of this is the overall width of the footstool minus the thinner pallet wood that I'm using on the side. So once I've got a piece of this on here and here, that overall measurement is the same measurement as the cushion. So let's get started and make the two end frames. Now what I did on the other frame, and I'm going to do here, is only put one screw in the middle, and usually that would cause this leg to rotate a bit, possibly. But with all the pallet wood around it, it's really going to secure all the legs and prevent them from doing that. Plus, I am going to be gluing them, so there's going to be plenty of glue and there's going to be no wobble because of the pallet wood going around the outside. So we're just going to put one screw into the middle here. Get a nice big countersink in there. And I'm just going to change that drill bit for something a little bit smaller, just to pre-drill these a little bit. I don't want to go too much though, because I want the screw to really grip. Then we get some glue on there. And it's really helpful screwing this down to the bench, because it really does give you the opportunity to pull that piece in tight here. Perfect. Okay, so there's our first piece. Now we just need to repeat that. So now I've got the two end frames finished. What I need to do is to cut two pieces of timber to go here, or one piece to go here, one piece to go here. And I want this overall length to be the same as this. So I know what this is, but what I need to do is to minus the thickness of this and this. Now this is 38 and this is 38. So I need to minus 76. Now, one of the other reasons I've only put one screw in here as well is so the screw goes down here, but that enables me now to get a screw in here. Otherwise, if I'd have put two in there, it would have been quite close. The screws would have been quite close. They could have hit each other, probably would have been all right, but just by putting one in, gives me plenty of space there to screw into here. And again, with all the glue and the pallet wood on it, it's not going anywhere. So let's get that screwed up. Right, well, I've cut the centre rail, and actually it's not going that way, it's going that way because I want the slats going this way to match the other one. I don't want anybody coming over and saying, oh, you didn't quite make those the same, did you? Just by the way it looks, nothing major in the construction, just the aesthetics of it. So let's get it exactly the same. So I could have just cut this when I cut these because it's exactly the same length, but not a problem. Now, I just want to keep that flush with that as I do it. I could turn it upside down and just put it on the bench. Yes, I could. Or I could just get myself a nice piece of beech and put that on there and hold that in position. We'll just throw a screw. Well, we'll put the drill in first, but we'll throw a screw right into there. Let's give it a countersink. I do need to put some glue onto here. Bit of beech on top. Hold that down, make sure that one's roughly in place, and throw a drill in there. $80 screws again. I'll just get that started so that's not going anywhere. And then finish this one. Drop my screws. Just hold that in position. Should find a hole. Lovely. Get that other side in. Superb. So next up, I'm going to get the pallet wood fixed to the top. So I've got my 5 pieces. I've already sorted out all my pallet wood. These are roughly the same thickness. There might be a tiny bit of discrepancy, but as they're spaced out, nobody will notice. So let's get these cut on the miter saw and then we'll fix them to the frame. I'm just going to glue it and I'm going to brad nail it. So it'll be really quick. And once that glue dries, it will be absolutely fine. So let's get on with this. There we go. They're the slats on top. So now just need to get some slats around the sides. Now before I put the edge pieces of timber around the edge here, I just want to run the plane along this edge, because once this timber's on here, I'm not going to be able to run the plane along. So you can do that with a bit of sandpaper as well if you wanted to, either or, but it's a good idea to do it now, just so it makes it a little bit easier. Right, I can just get the rest of the pallet wood cut to size now, just like I have this piece, and start fixing it. So here and here, it's going to stay short, and then the pieces that I cut running this way, in line with the slats on top of the stool, will overlap and go this way. So just a little piece of advice when cutting these bits particularly is to measure it from here, or the inside here, and then allow for the same here, because for example the difference between here and here is different to here, or the measurement from here is different to here. So I've taken the measurement as if I was fixing it here, and it just means that I can adjust the legs very slightly to match it. So you can see there it's actually hanging over a bit, which is the right measurement, because if I was putting it here, that's absolutely bang on. So because we've got the issue with the stool kind of moving or not quite straight, this is one of the things that will help it straighten up. So I'll just mark it where the glue needs to go. There we go, last bit. We'll pop that onto there. Just get that in position roughly, but then this side exactly in position. Again, I might just stick a clamp on it. And there we go. That is the construction done. Fantastic. Right, there we go. Fantastic. All done. Looking really good. I'm really happy. I've basically finished now the main seating area, the 2 footstools. I think they look great, all sanded up, brilliant. And it just leaves me now to do the 2 armrests, which will be coming in another video a bit later on. The thing I love about this outdoor seating area, or the seating in particular, is that although you've got 3 meters of fixed seating, the 2 footstools really can change things up. So you could put the 2 together on the end of the seating and have a nice long sunbed. You could have just one on the end, so you could have 2 people with 1 footstool and have a reclined seating position. You can have people just sitting on them individually, or you could just put them together and have them as a table. So very versatile, I think. Anyway, that's all for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.